Enemies at the gate, enemies at the door, no shields, and Storm Surge at your back. Unfortunately, going down there and going down outside of that next round of placement points. Storm Surge will turn off as we have 50 players left. We're into those full moving zones, so consider this the transition from the mid game into the end game. And guess who's always on height? It was his name for a while. Aqua posted up there, but it's not super gonna matter because we're yayeeting way away from the mountain, out into the open space, down towards Camp Cod we go. And everyone's just kind of like, okay.
EU has this history of starting every finals like this. We just go down south, we go to a few rivers, mountains get involved, sometimes there's Camp Cod. I'm just glad to see Aqua on height. You got Thomas and Floki's trio side by side. It's been like a whole season since we've seen this happen. They're gonna start the bounce pad away. We got the legends ready to play the game. Here we go. Who's gonna have this next height control?
Yeah, heading out over towards the lake. Can see Aqua just trying to get towards the backside of the zone, recognizing, getting whatever information he can. However, the high ground priority right now is going back over to them as they're going to re-hit another one on the launch pad. So good job to find one of the recycled ones and know that they can then take priority position on anybody and build over the top instead. We're going to dip on down. Thomas HG with the priority position on the low ground, trying to about face, find somebody rotating late. You see Anas digging elimination onto Scram. Hossie ends up going down right after I called them out. Unfortunately, Tripper and going down too. It's just going to be Illocrafts trying to carry that previous top 3. We're also into that top 17, so we have cascading placement points. Each trio drops will equal 1 other point. So battle for high ground comes out, and Anas, Thomas, and Queasy take it without much of a battle. They're able to ramp up, but it's not that secure on the backside.
Yeah, and it's also going a little bit more south, so every time they build out a layer, they lose about, or gain, I would say, a few layers of height as well. They're going to be super high, so vertical. No team next to them is going to be huge for defense on any launch pads. A pump getting hit to the head of Karma. They do a little bit of a very, very low pad that just gets their guns out immediately as well. Malabuka, Mustache, and Shies will be alive all the way towards the mid ground. Usually we see them a little bit lower. They might go down as well. We're pulling back up now to shores to a hill, so it's going to be a good idea to stay here and not be close to the dirt. Elo Crash picking up a few in the feed as well. Xenolith goes down. Malabuka with a triangle edits, looking for a shot and lands it. It's going to cost Mustache's life, though. It seems that this trio's a little bit split, and they're in trouble.
They're in trouble, but sitting on 5 eliminations already, racking up the points, 20+ points in a low ground priority with a duo. Still plenty of room to operate. Aqua up on height. We're going to swing back on over to Taste and Pepper's pop, looking for a little bit of room to pop points as well here. You can see some spray over on the side because he wasn't able to cover his 3 o'clock there, but now going to drop down, takes another damage, but it doesn't matter. Taste quick 180 with a charged shotgun. Bifrost splash, gets splashed right there, but right now Reason ends up going down. Taste and trying to find a quick reaction shot, ends up missing that one and takes a big whack in return. Chapix needs to drop down and get back to him because only 4 builds on Tayson, trying to see if there's any utility split over, but no, it's just a medkit being dropped from him, which is a time investment as well. He says, nope, we're going to try and make the play, and right as to make the call, he's going to stop for a second. We get a check on the wide. Chapix takes a ton of damage. That's Stormer and Kiriachi on the backside of the zone. Clement trying to get ahead, and high ground, Aqua and Co just raining shots down as Thomas and Anas are left without Queasy, but sitting on 4 eliminations and a decent amount of room and still tons of shields and utility. My lord.
They're looking real good. I mean, the best thing I'm looking at right now for this endgame, though, 2 very strong nodes of trios alive. High ground, Fast Roki's doing a lot of work to keep people down, and they're getting sent down to Camiseti Teak, who are picking up Elam after Elam on the low ground. I believe they're all still alive. Tayson has nothing left. Surprise, surprise, you're going to get taken out. Chapix now the last hope all the way on the bottom side. Look at how far up and just absolutely alone these guys are on high ground. They're waiting for the game to end, that last fight to come in. Why? Because they have 7 Elims. They've done what they need to do in terms of getting as many points efficiently as possible. Sundown, they're just looking for the victory royale.
And it's pulling all the way back. We talked about how kind of the zone would pull out and away from that mountain initially. Well, if you remember where that 7th zone ended up going down, we went basically down to where the 9th zone is finishing. So despite the fact they invested a ton of hard mass to make this possible, they don't have to worry about it anymore. They could just kind of jump around, go over the old recycle. And at this point, the decision is, are you playing for the victory route? Are you sending somebody down to look for eliminations? Because the players down low, they have the same benefit of, hey, we don't have to worry about covering our tops. Despite the fact we have 2 builds, we can kind of snake around, play these rats, break the walls. And right as I say that, Thomas unfortunately gets smelled out there, wasn't able to get around the corner. Anas trying to get a little bit of room. You can see as Aqua was able to pick that one up. That's their 8th elimination as they push on into 7th place. Mid gets 6th place now as players continue to drop on the low ground. That's Rifle picking up Chizo. Malabuka ends up getting Sean. Kami gets remixed, and Aqua will end up getting the confirmation as we continue to work down. We still have 5 trios up, 9 players, but it's all about the trio on the high ground. 9 elims trying to make it 10 as more elims happen on the low ground, and CRR goes down. It's going to come down to the drop as we have Cammy and Clement both healing down the storm. Aqua is out there. He's going to end up falling, and Cammy looks to steal away this victory royale with the chug splashes in the back zone.
Wait for it though. Fastroki, I think, is still alive. There's 3 different teams. I think he's all the way up. No, he went down, and it's Clement actually that ends up winning the game with the heal off. Crazy though, that entire sequence. It was like 2 magnets on high ground and low.
Clinberry doing his best to try and force him off, but Zeku, Etsy, and Slove just brute force battering ram to path. They said, don't mind if we do, we're going right by. Find some room to launch pad and take this guy's good rotation from them. And where the action doesn't stop as we swing on over. Smash Milwaukee trying to find the Irish True on the other side of the deal, who's dropped down to a solo. We're inside the 50 players, so Storm Surge just turned off, and we're closing in on those cascading placement points. 5 points given out right now. Whoa! Deal will miss out on any additional ones as he gets just blasted in the back.
Flanked from the back left. Unfortunate for him. Zendaya also left a little bit behind inside the zone. This trio's not going to be up for the moment. And Alex all the way on the backside next to Snazy, Nate, Skype, Scram. He's going to be a solo, actually. I would assume this team was doing so well. We were tuning in with them. They were looking good on Surge. Everything was fine, but it seems that every team that has a plan right now, their blueprints are getting ripped apart.
I want to see Seti. I want to see Seti, Cammy, and Teak. Dude, they're doing nothing but lighting up the feet. They've been playing amazingly so far, and we've seen them yet again picking up eliminations. Where are they in the priority position right now? Because Andalek, despite having the legendary pup, he has 11 builds. We're in the cascading placement points, so 1 point for each one of the trios that goes down. He has the moving zone pulling towards him, but we've known that the trios who are together on the low ground, that's where the action is, and look how well they're trying to get to the front side of the zone, child. That's the bottom left-hand corner there.
Yeah, they are the first place team as well, really pushing forward their lead. Right above them, second place, Fastroki, CR, Aqua. They're moving too. We're tuning in with Nate, Stacy, Skype, 18 points overall. Really want to see that second place on the left side though. Aqua and Cammy just up and down, back and forth, height and low ground. They're in their positions. Again, it might be a mimic of game number 1, but no mountains in the way this time.
No mountains in the way right now, but it is still a slight change in verticality, and with some of the old builds, there's going to be a little bit more difficult to navigate, and it makes the priority position that much more important. We're going to swing on board. My prediction here, Nebs and Pink Stompy going down early. We saw it, but a pair of eliminations over here. I believe in the Pink supremacy. The lad has been on a tear recently, and Nebs looking for some great shots, trying to provide the glue. Also have some med kits for some cheeky plays and long survival, so should be looking to just play for whatever placement points they can with the priority position. But speaking of priority position, up on the high ground, UK supremacy it is. I know Levin's pumping his fist right now. Michael, Verox, Astro SMG raining shots down on the rest of the lobby.
They have control for now, but Zone is bouncing. Aqua's right below, and right below that, Steady Cammy Tiku had a little bit of a fight at second height. They lose it, go down a little bit, just regain and kind of reassess what there is to do to make sure this game's gonna go well too. 500 above Surge, these guys should be fine. Analyst is a solo, picking up Karma, so he's still active inside this whole feed. This lobby has been torn apart fast though. 7th zone, we're already down to 12 teams, and that Surge is gone. Esti finally taken out by Jose. Past that, nothing really happening. If you listen really quick, I barely hear any AR shots. It's just shotguns back and forth on the backside of the zone. Seti, Cammy, Teak are in such a good spot again, all the way at the front. Nate popping off, taking out Andalex. Snazy finally going down, and then Nate gets traded by Xenolith as well. Teak, Cammy, and Steady are just waiting for the game to come to them. This is excellent, and they're actually defending their own. No, though, new visitors on the front side. This looks like desperation, but look at Teak. What a beautiful layer change. Going straight down, looks back to maybe get Cammy and Steady involved as well. Everyone's going down above them. Steady actually gets a trade inside that fight, and Teak is still moving on by himself. He set up a pinch now. Steady and Cammy are behind him. Teak lands the first shot. They got this man trapped in the box. They own everything, and Teak is the one actually dealing the damage and getting the elim. It's huge, but now they're lost in the zone. It's Fastroki that they take out. That's second place, and they're still moving forward. Super strong, but no, because of that delay, Teak gets taken out, and now he has to let his teammates carry that torch.
And it's Kami who's still up on his feet, doing everything he can. The question to what's in the box, it was Fastroki, but a first place trio goes down not after 8 eliminations and a top 7 placement. Aqua still up on his feet, but up on the high ground, we have the Spaniards raining down shots. The UK was forced out. You can see the elimination still ticking over as Aqua is able to get the knock onto Hellfire. Confirmation comes through Trippin, up on his feet, picking up Flonada. The Oxy raining shots down, picking up Sean VP, and Astro SMG also ends up getting scrammed. It's a 3v2v1, Aqua being the one. Astro SMG and Barracks on the low ground, hip to hip, trying trying to run it out. Aqua, though, gets a little bit of room, also has 6 eliminations, so points to take it through at 152. That is a huge trade, but he's running out of space. He's not worried about the damage. He's worried about his HP in the zone on the side. 25 builds, but it doesn't matter if you don't have a spot to place them. Trying to get through. He finds some of his own builds. Will get an edit. Does have the chance to drop down. Some good box going forward, but a little too much. Opens it up in a top 3 performance to go along with 8 eliminations. Now it comes down to a 3v2. The Spanish trio was sitting on, my lord, 13 eliminations, 52 points right now. Second place, trying to win it out. Shyo, can they do it?
They make it look like a mini game playing whack-a-mole right now, just waiting for these heads to pop up. Look at how high they are. I didn't even understand how far in the sky this fight was going. Astra, though, has a chance. Low ground, individualized fight. He loses it. Close the lights. Turn it all off right now. The Spaniards are here to play. Crow up top with the last shot. Deox and Jose are there with the second game victory royale.
Yeah, I can assure you, Mitra's team were very unhappy about that. Like, they didn't like that play from Noah, and rightfully so.
Such a 50-50 drop spot. Similarly, our previous champions, Kirianchi's